Hello, my name is Father Jack Welch. I'm a Carmelite living with a community of Carmelites in Joliet. My topic at this point is to talk about St. Teresa of Avila, one of the major figures in the Carmelite tradition, doctor of the Church. Teresa is seen by the Church as an instructor in prayer, and her definition of prayer is included in the Catechism of the Catholic Church. She says, prayer is an intimate sharing with one who loves us. Think of that, an intimate sharing with one who loves us. There's a mutuality there, our love for God, God's love for us. And there's an affectivity to it. Sometimes it's simply shortened to conversation with a friend. To think of God as a friend who actually loves us, and that is what prayer is, a relationship. Teresa said it means taking time with the one who loves us. So her idea of prayer is to take some time with this friend, to converse with this friend. The purpose of prayer in Teresa's understanding and experience is to conform to God's will, is the way she talked about it. And that sounds as though our will and God's will are different, but God overcomes our will, and so, all right, we'll do what God wants. But that's not what she reports. In the prayer experience, she reports that what she wants changes. Her will changes, and it's more and more in accord with God's will. So that after a while of this type of relationship with the Lord, Teresa can say, and now I want what you want. I want what you want. And the way she lives is more and more in accord with God's will, or more and more in a way that promotes the gospel. What was her form of prayer? Well, Teresa said she could not think much. She was very intelligent, but she didn't think in a systematic way. And she said, nor could I imagine much. Again, meaning not in a controlled way of imagining. So she had to find her own way, and through some other authors who helped her understand prayer, she talked about her prayer as a prayer of recollection. But here's how she did it. She said, at first, I would simply read a book to begin prayer. Then she said, sometimes just opening the book, that small ritual, was my beginning of prayer. Or she said, I pictured Jesus alongside me, or inside me in one of the scenes of the gospel where he wouldn't mind my company. Or she said, I looked at fields and flowers and water, and I probably looked at water more than anything else. So what was her method of prayer in all of this, of opening a book, or picturing Jesus alongside her or inside her in a gospel scene, or looking at water, fields, and flower? She's using anything that will help her be aware of the presence of her friend. If prayer is conversation with a friend, the awareness of the friend's presence is the beginning of prayer. So she used anything that really alerted her to her friend's presence. So nature scenes, gospel scenes. The key is awareness of presence. And then, from that point on, prayer is a conversation that can go in many places. Thanksgiving, petition, complaint, but it's basically conversation with a friend. And the method is not a complicated multi-step method. It's encouraging us to see in our life what continually speaks to us of God's presence and love in our life. And to pay attention to that. It centers us. It focuses us. We have many centers in life, many obligations and worries, but to have a way of finding the focus of God who is present with us in a loving way and who helps prioritize all the other concerns we have, that's her basic method. So she gives us freedom to find a way to enter into God's presence.